They're not supposed to wait for the game like they maybe did against Argentina. Now they have to take the strings in the hand and really go for it.
You mentioned the two players to keep an eye on for Chile, Diego Rubio and Brian Rabello, both play abroad for Sporting Portugal's B-side and Sevilla, respectively. Two of the players to keep an eye on for Bolivia, the goalkeeper Guillermo Vizcarra, applies his trade in Vitoria in Brazil in the second division, as well as Alex Pontons, we mentioned, plays abroad in the second division in Italy for Pro Vercelli. Still have to get that name right.
Pro Vercelli, yes, that's right, in Italy. And then we have the other striker, Carlos Paniagua. He plays for the FC Sevilla, and not yet played in the first team, though. No appearances there, but you can tell that they were spotted already. You know, one guy I forgot to mention at Chile, that's the goalkeeper. Everybody's always talking about the offensive guys, but Dario Melo in goal is really a talented goalkeeper. We have seen fantastic saves from him in the first match against Argentina. Maybe he won't have too much work tonight, but he really is a secure man here in that.
You mentioned Melo, who had a couple of really good saves against Argentina. And while we have some time here, let's point out Argentina now off to an 0-2 start in the competition. Not looking well for the Argentine national side here in front of their home fans. Have dropped 2 out of the gate, and they're going to have to play really well to make the next phase.
A really slow start. It was the first big surprise in the first round when they played Chile and lost 1-0. They have great players in their team, and it's really hard to understand what's going on with them. They don't perform really as a team, but if you look at the players they have out there, Manuel Lanzini, really talented guy there, and then they have Juan Manuel Iturbe, who is really strong and played very, very well in the first team, but they didn't do together as a team and went down.
And Marcelo Trogiani is seeing his job get more and more difficult by the day with Argentina, as teams are lined up, ready to start here. Head referee Marlon Escalante will be in charge, Venezuelan descent. He will be assisted by Carlos Lopez, Nicolas Taran. Those will be the two sideline officials. And Daniel Fedorchuk from Uruguay will be the fourth official for tonight's contest.
Unfortunately, we don't have the same crowd as in the first match from Argentina. Obviously, when the host plays, a lot of more people show up here. The very first game, now there's a little bit frustration maybe coming on after 2 defeats. So there's only a few people around here, but we are here for you, be in sport, and cover this game, and hopefully see a lot of goals now.
And we are underway, the second match in the group phase for Chile. The first for Bolivia. They had a bye in the first round, and they'll be looking for a better result than just 4th place. That's as high as they've ever gotten in this competition, that coming way back in 1981 and 1983. The best Chile has ever done is finish as runner-up, that coming back in 1975. So both these sides trying to get their first championship in this competition, but at the very least the goal is to qualify for the Under-20 World Cup in Turkey.
Yeah, definitely, that's a big goal here, and still a long way to go.
All right, so we're underway here. Chile in the red tops, in the blue shorts and white socks. They're moving from right to left on your screen. We have our first foul of the match as Rubio hits the deck.
We have seen that in all the games now so far. The important players well known by the rival, and they are the first one to get fouled here. And this one is Diego Rubio, one of the really important players for Chile.
Gino Fuentes here alongside Bodo Ilgner. This one is played back. It is Bolivia in the green tops, the white shorts, and the green socks, moving from left to right on your screen. Some background information on some of the coaches for tonight's affair. Oh, let's hold that off for a second, as already Chile with a chance here and a dangerous play by the defender.
Oh, wow. Carlos Áñez gets this ball out for Bolivia. And one of the main guys up front already put his sign out here. Diego Rubio puts the ball in, and Nicolas Castillo was already in there. This is Brian Rabello, the man for the corners or the free kicks.
Sent in, fisted out by the goalkeeper. This one is out to the sideline. Teams fighting for possession. Chile looks to have come away with it, and a foul is called, which I believe will give Chile possession.
And that's exactly the position where they scored against Argentina. Brian Rabello brought the ball in from there. And number 18, the striker in number 9 position, Nicolas Castillo, scored.
So another free kick, you mentioned it, from just about that same spot. The goal came against Argentina was a ball that looped around the outside, and Nicolas Castillo was able to head it on into the goal for the first score of the match. It was the only score of the match and all Chile needed.
Rabello brings it in. This one goes directly to goal. Guillermo Vizcarra, the goalkeeper playing in Brazil, puts it over the crossbar. Dangerous one here. Needed to run back a little bit. And he did well.
You can bet that Guillermo Vizcarra has seen his fair share of eccentric shots and free kicks in his time in Brazil. Referee halts play for a second.
You might hear him. That's a good part of this game here. Tranquilo. So take it easy.
This one sent in from the corner into the heart of the box. That one punched up and out of play by Vizcarra.
Goalkeeper is there. That's what you want to see from a goalkeeper. To come out when there's any centers coming in, goal, corner kicks, free kicks.
We'll try that one again. This one sent in over the top, over the head of everyone this time.
No one is on the second post there.
Drop back. Chile still coming. This one falls but can't be controlled. Arbeiro. And that one's out of play. Inbound along the far side, Chile. Rubio brings it down, sends in another cross, this one right to the keeper though.
Now we'll see some more actions of this goalkeeper here, Vizcarra. By the end of the game, you know this name for sure by heart if Chile continues like that.
And the first foul of the match called against Chile. Mario Larenas. And that's going to set up Bolivia with a free kick just in front of the half field, the midfield marker. It'll be Robert Silva to take the free kick. Plays it on the ground. See if they can come up with something here, Bolivia, as they try to open their account.
Very good defending here from Chile.
This one tossed in over the top, but intercepted by the Chilean defense, who quickly clears it out of their own zone. We're 5 minutes in here. Chile and Bolivia. Bolivia making their debut in the tournament thus far. The South American Youth Championships here from Argentina. As Chile will inbound here on the near side, it will be Mario Larenas to toss it in. Larenas, one of the players getting their first start of the competition for Chile. We mentioned that they lost 2 players against Argentina, ended up winning that match with 9 people on the field. Cesar Fuentes and Manuel Bravo both getting double yellows throughout the course of the first match. And they will miss today's encounter.
Now, the good thing that was that the second one was not too early. We're only roughly spoken 20 minutes left. And that helped Chile a lot.
But one of the things that we mentioned about that game is that you're not supposed to be able to beat Argentina with 9 people for 20 minutes.
No, definitely not. Argentina made the mistake. They did not use the wings, and as they did, in the end, it was really too late. Another foul called here against Diego Rubio.
Has his feet taken out from underneath him that time.
Well, that reminds me of my youth time when I played together with Thomas Hassler. Everybody knew who this guy was at the age of 17 already. And he was always fouled on the pitch when we were playing with Cologne. Always Germany with the under 18 team wherever we went.
Sent into the box.
This is the one that's dangerous again. Offside called here by the referee.
Another threatening chance for Chile, and Bolivia keeps giving up these free kicks, particularly in this position. There you see the offside. They're going to eventually pay.
Definitely offside position. decision by the referee was correct. He had two people in there, two players.
Guillermo Vizcarra sends that one back into the field.
Castillo.
Mentioned we'll get to some of the head coaches' information, and we will do just that. Marcelo Barrero, former goalkeeper for the Bolivian national team, 1987 to 1999. Did spend some time playing with Wilstermann, Bolivar, the strongest, and Guabira.
He did not play the World Cup '94 against me. We won with Germany 1-0 against Bolivia in the really opening match.
I remember we brought that up to Bodo, and we went looking for it immediately to see if he was on that team, but no, he was not.
Would have been a nice coincidence.
This one is sent down the field. Guillermo Vizcarra. He's got a good boot on him. Gets it up the field rather quickly. And that one's out of play on the near side.
Christian Cuevas tried to go for it. That was much too long for him. Chile comes out, puts pressure here right on in the rivals' half on Bolivia. They get the ball for that.
We mentioned that the last time that Bolivia won Imagine this competition was back in 2007. The last time they won Imagine any competition this under-20 side was in 2007, but it was in July of that year in the Pan American Games against Venezuela. Another foul here.
Definitely a foul. And it's again Cuevas here on the left side.
So Bolivia being rather aggressive here at the outset. They've already been called for 3 fouls. Chile only once. And that's going to set up yet another free kick from just about the same distance, just on the other side of the field.
Brian Rabella moves over to this side to kick this one in.
Headed away. Chile will still have possession though. She was dropped back and played out. And it will stay with Chile along the near sideline. Ladenas to inbound. And a good job in defense by Bolivia, but their problem is turning it around and making it into offense.
Problem is because Chile is really putting pressure on them. Really hard, tough pressure there. Don't let them breathe. Not even control the ball, and then those mistakes happen.
See Mario Salas there on the sideline, barking out instructions to his team. Mario Salas, former member of his own respective national team as well, played midfield for Chile from 1993 to 1997. Also played for 6 different professional teams, including Colo-Colo, where he won his only championships in '96 and '97, including the Chilean Cup in 1996. Most recently managed Barnechea to a Chilean 3rd division title, that coming back in 2011 when he was named coach of the Chilean side.
Nice move here over the left wing from Bolivia. First attack that looked like really an attack. Chile very well defending here, and then they go for it directly with his long ball to Cuevas.
Cuevas now bringing it down, looking for options. That one well defended though, put out of play. Carlos Añez again there to keep the play from developing.
We've seen that in the first game too, a lot of switching around of the offensive players. Diego Rubio appearing on the left, sometimes on the right, and changing positions with Rabello. That looks like offside here, yeah. Nicolas Castillo receiving in offside position.
Nicolas Castillo, he is the guy you're going to want to keep your eye on. He's the man who scored the lone goal against Argentina. There it is again. You can see well behind the last defender.
He's a player for Universitario Católica in Chile. And I assume that he won't be long there anymore, because this is a really talented guy, and as we all know, strikers are searched. They're always wanted all over the world.
It's going to be yet another foul, this one called against Chile though. Drop back to the number 5, Paniagua.
Makes a nice pass, although he was pressured.
It's going to be a foul against Chile. And The aggression starting to kick up a notch here as we enter the 12th minute of play.
Also right back Felipe Campos, who fouled there. And Bolivia gets a free kick.
So now a chance for Bolivia to take advantage. Let's see if they got any advantages here in the box. We have Pontons, who again plays in Europe.
Plays in Italy for second division team Pro Vercelli. Let's see if he can bring his head onto this ball.
Headed away though by the defense. Valder Huerta getting up, getting ahead on it, but Bolivia keeps it and then quickly gives it away. A foul is called, and Chile will keep the ball.
Foul against Cuevas again.
And so they'll bring it out of the back. Chile, Lichnowsky. Lichnowsky, by the way, drawing some attention from Chelsea already in the English Premier League.
The surprising thing about the captain of Chile is that he has a mild mental retardation.
As we read that today.
It's really tough to be the captain of that team, and that speaks for him. Great personality.
So Bolivia committing their 6th foul already, and that's going to draw a card.
Yeah, finally the referee pulls the card out. And it's Justiniano. Yeah, number 15, who received that one.
So Alberto Justiniano is the first one into the book in tonight's match. And sent in, although all the way across the field the other way. Let's see if they can keep this one in bound. Lichnowsky has to go.
Unconcentrated ball, this one. Otherwise you can't explain that.
Trying to get it up the far sideline. Drop back.
Good defending here by Bolivia, up, high up.
Almost get it away. Chile is able to keep possession. 15th minute of play here. Very early going. Looks like Chile is the stronger of the two sides, but both sides still just feeling their way into this matchup.
A lot of times happens that the supposed to be stronger team struggles to come in to create some possibilities to score. It's much easier to play like against a team like Argentina, where you're the underdog and just going for your counter-attack.
Popped up in the air. See if this one comes down for Bolivia. They cannot keep possession though. Instead ends up in the possession of Chile, and a great move that time.
Larenas over the left wing, the left back.
Ends up giving it away though.
Really nice move there.
Larenas, one of the players to watch.
But this is a nice run.
Here comes
The
Bolivia.
man who received the yellow card makes the run.
And
Justiniano
giving it away. So Chile again down that left-hand side. Headed back to absolutely no one. That'll be a throw-in.
They have a lot of talented players in there, but this is a great run here. I enjoyed this one. He got stopped by the captain, by Igor Lichnowsky. Alberto Justiniano.
The free kick coming here. Chile picking up their 4th foul of the match. Bolivia still trying to break through here. They found it hard going, at least initially.
It's still more difficult for them because it's their first game in this tournament. Chile has already played its first one, even won it. That was Pontons. Tried this one and gains a corner kick. So for Bolivia, the first game, they're more nervous probably. Don't know really what to expect here from Chile, from the crowd on this pitch. But they will find their way into the game sooner or later.
Mario Larenas stepping in front of that shot, off his back and out of play. You see Pedraza running around inside the box trying to get free. I think he hits the deck there. No, it ends up
Alex Pontons down. A little wrestle in the box.
You can bet Chile is keeping an eye on him in there. This one's sent in to the far post, tapped up by the goalkeeper. This one's going to go out of play on the far side.
Very well done. He reaches out his hand, his fist, and puts the ball to the other wing.
Dario Melo there.
What you're supposed to do if you can't reach it properly to catch it. Then you put it to the other side. No one there. Throw in for Bolivia.
Bolivia back in possession now. Trying to get a little bit more secure. End up losing it out of play, and Chile will go the other way. Gerardo Castellón there.
Defensive midfielder. Playing for Ciclón in Bolivia. The Bolivian team has 4 players from Oriente Petrolero, 4 from Blooming, 3 players from Bolívar, and 3 from Jorge Wilstermann, the club called after the famous Bolivian aviator.
Number of Chilean sides with multiple players as well. Palestino sending 3 players. U de Chile with 3 players as well. Universidad Católica and O'Higgins also sending 2 players each. Then there's Colo Colo. This one sent up the near side.
Cuevas brings it in. It's another try. Is foul here. But the referee does not call it.
I don't think he saw anything.
That's for the goalkeeper, but he's getting in trouble or not.
Uh-oh.
He was outside with his feet at least.
Oh, no call by the referee. 2 no calls back to back, as a matter of fact.
Look at this here. Yeah, he steps definitely on the feet of Cuevas.
Chile charging into the box that time. Rabello with the shot, but it's blocked. We're going to go the other way. Chile is going to get back, and he's able to defend this. They do corral the ball, and Huerta sends it back to the keeper, Melo.
Melo, nice ball to the right back, Felipe Campos. So those kids, they have grown with a new rule. They know how to pass the ball on, and it's really demanded now in modern football that the goalkeeper is a good player with the foot. Even better with 2 feet.
There you go. One of the other players we forgot to mention for Bolivia, although he has not made an appearance for the side, Carlos Paniagua, plays for Sevilla, or at least is owned by Sevilla.
Right.
In the Spanish First Division, the La Liga.
Hasn't had any appearance so far.
I'm sure Sevilla has their eye on him in this competition, as do many other teams.
It's a really good competition for those players who are not constantly playing with their team, or even if they play, they're good to compete here among their age group and can show off and really show what they're up to.
That's going to be called as a foul, and Chile will restart. Bolivia getting called for their 7th foul thus far. It was not a foul. Rubio up the right-hand side, see if they can keep this one in play. They do.
Felipe Campos makes a run into the box, and looked like a corner for me from this position, but the linesman says goal kick. Those fullbacks really offensive orientated. Felipe Campos on the right and Mario Larenas on the left side. A lot of support for the offensive play of Chile.
And we thought we'd see Chile maybe shy away from that left side a little bit. Cesar Fuentes is not available, but they've sent it to Mario Larenas on a couple of occasions thus far.
Oh, right. He's really even more offensive orientated than the other player was on this position.
Of course, Cesar Fuentes getting tossed in the 44th minute in the first half, right at the end of the first half against Argentina. Didn't keep his side from winning, but if you ask him, he would have rather it not happened.
Well, they had really a lot of fouls against Argentina overall. Against Iturbe, who was fouled 1,000,000 times in that game. Always tried to step up again and do something, but unsuccessfully.
Bolivia now working down the right-hand side. This one is going to fall for Justiniano, but it ends up getting away from him.
Larena tries to bring it forward. Is lucky that the header comes back to his team.
Out to the right wing.
Felipe Campos.
Campos now drops it back. Lichnowsky. Back into the middle for Huerta. Huerta gets it up into the midfield for Baeza.
They have problems to reach the strikers, though. I haven't seen too much tonight from Nicolas Castillo so far. Even Diego Rubio, not the same Rubio we've seen 2 days ago. But let's not forget, they play every 2 days now in the beginning here of this tournament. Later on, it gets a little bit, they're getting a little bit more of a break. But just to start off in their group of 5, it's every 2 days, and eventually once they are out of the game and have a rest of 4 days.
Well, you mentioned it. Right now, Bolivia has not played a game. This is their first time out. All the players are very fresh.
They should be much fresher than Chile, that's for sure. And only 2 changes in the Chilean team, too.
And those 2 changes are for the 2 players that were sent off and could not play in this. So you can imagine.
A handball here.
They would be out there.
Cuevas with a handball. Oh, wow. The referee has seen a foul before that. Here, yeah, there's a holding. And there's a handball. So first the foul called against Cuevas before he used his left arm to take the ball with him.
Out to the wing again for Larenas. Larenas has been one of the focal points in these first 23 minutes. This one now swung over to the right-hand side for Felipe Campos, see if he can do something with it, but Indians are giving the ball away.
There.
Bolivia. Good pressure there from Chile.
That's the thing that Chile does really well here in this first 24 minutes. Put pressure directly on the rival, on Bolivia.
So a free kick here from about midfield. Played short. Bolivia trying to measure themselves here. Not to get too far ahead of themselves. They're thought to be one of the worst sides in the competition, but their defense at least has played rather well so far.
Yeah, they haven't let Chile through so far. Chile not creating opportunities so far, and that speaks for the defense of Bolivia.
This is one of those games that looks like it needs a goal to really get going. We're here in the first 25 minutes of play. It's a little bit slow to start.
We had it the same yesterday, and then the game ended 3-3 between Uruguay and Peru. So we saw 6 goals. It was tremendous how the game changed right 5 minutes before halftime and then after the break. Oh wow, that sounded really bad. Free kick in a dangerous position for Chile. Still the player down here.
Here it is again. If you could hear it in live time.
Cuevas again. Hopefully it was the shin guard that protected him.
It's probably what made the noise, that popping sound that you heard.
Hopefully it was that.
Oh, you'll know if he can stand or not.
Bolivian goalkeeper here. Number 1, Guillermo Vizcarra, directing his wall. There's no wall so far. It looks like that Christian Cuevas is up again on his feet.
So it probably was just the shin pad. If it was anything else, he wouldn't be standing right now. So Castillo looks like he's going to line this one up.
What a strong player. Look at his shoulders and his back. 19 years old only. Really a strong guy.
Gonna line it up. Shoots! Off the post!
Oh, wow. Kid, you hear the post? It's made just click, and the goalkeeper just could see that one, and this one did not go out. It was held by the flag inside the pitch. No chance for the goalkeeper. Just with his eyes, he put it out off his goal.
willing that one out to the sideline.
Great shot here from Nicolas Castillo. Strong and really well placed.
Already making his mark on the match. And at the very least, Guillermo Vizcarra knows he should keep an eye on him at this point. This one is cleared out by Chile. Long ball over the top. Castillo trying to get to it, see if he can get to it before the defender. He ends up getting taken out, and no foul is called, although he was obviously knocked to the floor.
I'd like to see the replay on that one again. Maybe he just lost his footing.
Here it is again. Well, no,
this is a wonderful free kick. Look at this one. Boom. Really one short shot. It came really flat over the wall, what makes it really hard to see for the goalkeeper. And it's so fast at your goal, there was no chance to react for Vizcarra.
Ball had some nasty curve on it as well.
I have this guy already in my book, Nicolas Castillo. Hopefully not too much general managers are watching there. Maybe I can take him somewhere. Really great player.
This one's out of play again on the near side, and Bolivia will inbound. 29th minute here in the first half, the Argentinas Malvinas Stadium, home of Godoy Cruz from the Argentine First Division. And Bolivia now play it back to the keeper. Guillermo Vizcarra sends it back up the field. And out of play.
Can't reach one of his teammates. The ball goes on, and it's throw-in for Chile. Mario Larenas
trying to creep up that sideline. Referee
looking for his captain, Igor Lichnowsky.
Lichnowsky, we mentioned already, he's already caught the eye of some of Europe's bigger sides, including Chelsea. Chelsea are the only ones to have made it public.
I couldn't find any information on his name, on his parents, unfortunately. He's definitely has some grandparents or so, or even the parents in Eastern Europe. You can tell by his name.
Coming up on the 30th minute here in the first half, 15 minutes to go, more or less. Still looking for that first score of the match, and a chance here for Bolivia. They get into the box, but it's taken away. Chile, again, composed in defense. Not making any mistakes here.
That's a wonderful move there. Great play from Bolivia in this situation. It was Danny Bejarano, who made this run.
So Chile with a chance here, if they can get the win, take full advantage. Have 2 wins, one over Bolivia and one over Argentina to start the contest.
Arenas fighting, battling for this one. And it's taken out. He got hit. He got really hit.
Had a pop to it as well.
It was not too much, but he got hit there in the face. Holding his ear, and that hurts a lot. Fighting with 3 of them here. Getting up again, but committing the foul. But in this tackle, he received 2.
So he'll throw the ball in down the left-hand side. Chipped in. Castillo with the chip. Rabello into the box.
Go for it.
Well defended by Bolivia.
Yeah, Carlos Áñez was there right in time, but it took him a little bit too long. Look at this now. He gets the ball, perfect control, gets inside. Now he had to shot at the first contact. He made the second one, and then it was a little bit too late.
Chile's 3rd corner of the match. Sent in, low to the ground. Bad hit. You can hear the reaction from Rabello in the corner. Bolivia trying to get it up the field. Choosing to switch sides to see if he can have a little bit more luck down the left.
But Felipe Campos does well, controls the ball first outside before he swings it in back inside to his goalie, Dario Melo.
So Chile will again build from the back. Lichnowsky. To the right again. Drop back. Campos gives it back to Lichnowsky. Now to the midfield for Sebastian Martinez. Martinez getting the start today, with Manuel Bravo being red carded in the last match. He was the second of the 2 players sent off for Chile.
Cuevas on the left side, really active in this first half so far. Constant danger.
Castillo was waiting for that one. Another shot from the midfield, but that one well wide of the net. And it will not threaten Vizcarra, who calmly goes to collect the ball.
Really a mature team, this Chilean team. Playing well over the wings and using their left winger here. Christian Cuevas, who brings it in dangerously. And even this shot from distance, Sebastian Martinez did go far out, but was not really bad. We've seen much worse yesterday, really rolling until the ground, but looks really well, this Chilean team.
So the action perhaps starting to pick up. We've seen a couple of chances at least now. Castillo is set free. Let's see if he can get into the box and make something happen.
What a pass to goal! No goal here. Wonderful ball. Diego Rubio flies in, but the preparation pass again came from Nicolas Castillo.
It's going to set Chile up with their fourth corner of the match. Castillo, a constant threat in attack. Bolivia really have their hands full trying to keep him off the board. He's even creating chances now as well.
Abello, yeah, he's the one who kicks most of the free kicks or corners.
Chile brings it down, shoves off the ball. That one looked like it went over the line, and it did. So Chile will inbound.
Larenas. And there he is again, Cuevas.
Good job in positioning by the defender. Did stand right in front of Castillo.
Pontons, yeah, that's number 9. The striker down to the ground.
He's taken 2 hard hits in the early going in this one.
See some tape here on the back of his lower back.
Here it is again. This is the previous play with Castillo. You see, he sets up his teammate streaking on Abello, but a great stop, sliding stop by the keeper.
Yeah, the goalkeeper was there, but was still really looking for this wonderful run here by Castillo. And then this pass to goal, which is really 100% goal, but the goalkeeper, Guillermo Vizcarra, did great. Saved his team the 0. And it's still 0-0.
Shot from distance. That one's going to go harmlessly out of play, though. It was Diego Rubio that was sliding in on that last chance, not Abello. Bejarano uncorking the shot that time.
Wins a corner for Bolivia.
Bolivia's second corner of the match.
First one was deflected by the goalkeeper to the other side.
Robert Silva. Sent in. This one's going to be all the way over to the back.
Very long ball. Too long for everyone. And Dario Melo brings the ball quick into the game again to Rubio. Rubio passes on to the left wing. Great chance for Abello.
Chooses to go across the box and is well defended by Bolivia. Not sure what the intention was there. Looked like he just crossed it into a crowd of a position where some of his players should have been.
We've seen that in the first game too. A quick kick from Dario Melo created a lot of danger on the other side for Argentina, and this time for Bolivia.
Felipe Campos up the right-hand side. Gets it up to Rubio. Rubio chooses to drop it back again for Campos. Campos in for Abello. Back out to Campos. Chile working this right-hand side. See if they can get past the Bolivian defense, and they do rather easily around the corner. Sent in, looking for Castillo, but again, well defended.
What a play over the right wing this time. Until now, they used the left wing much more often, but this touch here by Diego Rubio sets Felipe Campos up, who brings in a nice kick here. Nice center, but Nicolas Castillo can't reach this ball.
5th corner of the match for Chile already. You can see the skill from Rubio. Sometimes it doesn't take much more than one touch to prove that.
It was a really short but right touch to his teammate Felipe Campos, who set him up, was completely free to bring in a nice center ball. Castillo was there again.
Headed away though by the defender.
It's Dani Bejarano for Bolivia, hanging on to Nicolas Castillo. Man against man in this corner situation. Captain and center back Igor Lichnowsky is up front too.
Two of the bigger players for Chile. This one sent in again. This one to the backside and headed up and over the net.
Valba Huerta, the other center back, and we see that in most of the games that both center backs move up in these set pieces because they are tall and good headers.
Often the biggest players on the team.
Yeah, often. Sometimes it's number 9, a striker too, a big player. But here we have really two high players, Igor Lichnowsky and Valba Huerta for Chile.
This one is drop back. Huerta chooses to play it all the way out to the right-hand side for Felipe Campos. Campos now gets it forward, looking for Martinez. Martinez can't quite keep control, and Bolivia has it. Down to the last 7 minutes of regulation time in this first half. That one is going to be collected by Dario Melo.
I'm glad that the game picked up speed here in the last 10 minutes. Chile with difficulties to create opportunities in the first 30 minutes, but in the last 10, I would say they really went up high, created some nice opportunities.
That's been the story of all the matches really for the first part of this tournament. It takes a while for the action to get going. Perhaps it's a bit of the first game jitters, the early competition jitters maybe.
Yeah, first you go with the 0-0, you're in good shape as long as the 0 is good. Pontons again fouled. You can really tell the most famous players playing in a different country abroad, they are always taken down first.
The defenders see those players, and those are the players that end up getting the spotlight. If you can stop the player from Europe, then you can probably be in Europe yourself. That's the thinking by the players.
Yeah, they know, they are well known already. Because the coaches, they know all about the other team already. You have so much technology, you have video technology, they have pictures already all over the place. So those players are the first to get known. And that's another reason why the defenders really looking for them.
Larenas gets it up the sideline, finds Cuevas. Cuevas looking for room himself for a cross, finally gets it off into the middle.
Again Castillo after this wonderful center here from Christian Cuevas. And look at this cool goalie just standing there and grabbing this ball and securing it. Here he is, good positioning off the goalkeeper, Guillermo Vizcarra.
Tell you the truth, he's looked the most impressive player on the team thus far.
Wow, what a center by Christian Cuevas that was.
Chance now for Bolivia, trying to get into the box, but a good job in keeping it away. Larenas now he gets it up the field and into the action. Already Christian Cuevas trying to get around the defender. Great sliding tackle to take it away though. Good job that time by Añez.
Christian Cuevas really showing off on this left back position. Reminds me of Fabio Coentrao. He was showing off at the European under-20 in the World Cup under-20 for Portugal.
There's a prime example of what showing off in these competitions can get you, Fabio Coentrao.
Can get you really far. And those players, they know that too. Again, a foul against Diego Rubio.
We keep mentioning it, not to drive the point home forward, but this is a huge competition. Now, some of these players you're going to look back 5 years from now, and they will have gone a long way. Some of the players from Chile to have come through here,
or even less than 5 years. You know, they're already 19 years old. Imagine, Messi is 25. Wow, another header by Castillo.
He's getting closer.
Getting more expensive every minute from now on.
Every time he touches the ball, that price goes up. That one just off, just a few yards and a little bit more of an angle.
But maybe they should buy this pair together. Brian Rabello, who brings his free kicks in there, all these corner kicks, together with Nicolas Castillo.
Mentioning it before, some of the more famous players. Let's hold it up again. Another chance.
Diego Rubio, it doesn't reach it. Goalkeeper is out there, clears it to corner.
Rubio giving chase again. But in the past, Chile has had the likes of Alexis Sanchez, Gary Medel, Arturo Vidal, Mario Cáceres. Just, it goes on and on and on for all these teams involved, the legendary players that have come through here.
You could go on until the end of the game, but let's see what's going on the pitch. Brian Rabello again.
7th-time corner. Sent in and right into the arms of the keeper, Guillermo Vizcarra.
Well, we've seen good keepers so far too, but this one is not so nice. This kick, he slips away. It is lucky nothing happens with this one.
Bolivia
again,
now.
A lot of humidity out there. Players slipping away one after the other.
But it'll be interesting to see how this field holds up at the end of group play when it's down to the 5th and 6th matches.
Well, then it gets really hard in the last round. It's 3 games in a row in one stadium. Then it gets really bad.
Shoved off the ball that time. Wisnowski gets it away. Good play by the defender that time. Into the middle for Martinez. Martinez plays it back for Huerta. Huerta out to the wing for Larenas now.
Martinez, one of the players we haven't mentioned at all so far. That's always happened with the good defending workers in midfield. They're running a lot, working a lot for the team, but this duty is not as well recognized as the strikers and sometimes the goalkeepers and the defenders.
Huerta gets it forward. Back for Castillo. Castillo with a chance. Sizes up an opening, shoots, and it's saved again. Vizcarra all over it.
Wunderbar. These combinations, really nice to watch now. Chile is getting it better every minute now, getting better into the game. Nice combination between Rabello and Castillo, who brings his shot on goal. But Guillermo Vizcarra, one of the talented goalkeepers I mentioned earlier, Dario Melo from Chile is another one. And we've seen yesterday Angelo Campos from Peru with a historic save, I would say. You really don't want to miss that one. I really think I should pick this as a play of the week for the locker room. Check it out on Monday. You will see that there. Really wonderful save.
And it's amazing. I was talking with some of my friends after that matchup. In a match that had 6 goals, the best play was a play by the keeper to go and make the save.
It was really tremendous, him running after this ball. And you also saw that he would kick it out, but he went for it dived it with his hands, almost dived into the goal with it, threw it out again, and so he gave it a second chance to Uruguay, but then he was up again and saved it again. Wonderful, wonderful, really great save.
Probably the most impressive part of that entire play was not only the fact that he was able to get back the first time, but he was able to get up immediately.
The second time. Well, it was really fast. Check it out. If you have the chance, check it out. Really great save.
We're into stoppage time now here at the end of the first half.
Offside position, unfortunately, here for Felipe Campos. Well played here. Over the right wing again. Just a little bit late. Felipe Campos entered here you can see it. Clear offside position. Good defending by Bolivia. Pablo Pedraza was the last man who stood there. Did not move back.
Sent up the field. Bolivia sends. They're running out of time here in the first half. And a good job in defense. Wisnowski again.
Yeah, now you can imagine why Chelsea had an eye on this guy. Very good defending, captain of his team. And that's for the first half. First 35 minutes. Interesting game in the last 20 minutes. It was a little bit slow in the beginning.
And so these two sides playing to a scoreless draw. As you mentioned, Bodo, the first 20 minutes of action took a little while to get going, but once they got going, it was end-to-end stuff. And so at the end of the first half, it is Bolivia 0, Chile 0. We'll send it out to halftime. You are watching Chile-Bolivia, the Sudamericano under-20 on beIN Sport.
Casillas, Dani Alves, Sergio Ramos, Gerard Piqué, Marcelo, Xabi Alonso, Xavi Hernandez, Andreas Iniesta, Radamel Falcao, Cristiano Ronaldo, Lionel Messi. They are the FIFA FIFPro World 11 of 2012. 11 incomparable talents, 11 stars who shine every week in the Spanish League. The best play.